The pulsating metropolis of Mumbai is the venue for the fifth and final game in the Pepsi Cup 2005, another day-nighter between India and South Africa. It is in front of a stadium which is chock-a-block. Some 50,000 people have crammed in already for the start of this game. Of course, South Africa have the advantage at this stage, 2-1 in the series, with one game washed out in Chennai. Here's a look at Graeme Smith, who, by the way, had been sitting down ready to bat for some 10 minutes, just concentrating. He played magnificently. Supreme innings from Graeme Smith the other night in Kolkata. I think it's one of the best knocks I've ever seen him play, if not the best, including one days and also test matches. He was absolutely outstanding, but he had good support from Andrew Hall as well. Let's have a look at the lineup. Arun Lal's alongside me. Arun, take us through the Indian lineup.
Well, it's not too different. The only difference I see is that Murali Karthik, the fifth bowler, has come in. So they've really stuck all their eggs in one basket. They needed to win this toss and bowl up front so that they could use Gambhir as later when they chase. So it's a good side. It's been doing well for the Indians. They need to make use of these conditions, especially the spinners have really got to, give it a real tweak now.
And just the one change for South Africa. Makane Tini is in the lineup, and Robin Peterson is the super sub. Albie Morkel is the man that's missed out. Justin Kemp is not well at all. That's a concern for South Africa. He is playing, but he is very sick and has been up all night apparently. The other man who's been struggling, not just with a hamstring during the series, but now with sickness, is Charles Langerveld. So a couple of blows there for South Africa. And of course, it's going to be the likes of Sean Pollock and also Graeme Smith and Mark Boucher, who again is healthy, who are going to mould the shape of this last game. Here we go. The atmosphere is electric. Pathan it is to start proceedings. A little bit of swing and a little bit leg side. Quite remarkable that Graeme Smith, with the strength he has on the leg side, end up just stroking it back to the bowler. Amazing record. Averaging just 13 before that last game against India. And of course, that was his best performance so far. Strike rate, extremely healthy as well. It's been a lot higher than that over the last 12 to 18 months. Operating with two slips. And past the outside edge.
There's always a bit of movement in Mumbai up front with the hard new ball. The white ball swings a bit as well. So they'll need to make use of the conditions up early. Coming very close to that restricted area. Now this is a bit of a dry surface, so every time the spikes get on anywhere near, they're going to stand out. There's got to be a bit of wear and tear as well. That's Vinod Kambli, another son of the soil here.
That's fine. It's over the top. One bounce, four. So Andrew Hall has got himself off the mark, and South Africa off the mark with the willow. 5 for no loss. He knows that's away. So is he. Just the one.
Yes, certainly. That's one asset that the South Africans have. It's the basics that they concentrate on, and they do it well. Very disciplined in their bowling. Terrific in the field. They're saving runs, putting pressure on the opposition all the time. And they've got a lot of all-rounders, utility cricketers who can do a bit of everything. So they've got a lot of options as well as a one-day unit. No wonder they're number 2 on the scale in the world. And with Graeme Smith improving every day, and with the kind of innings that we saw the other day in Kolkata, he's the key man.
As is Pathan. Got him. Metal stump out the ground. That has brought this stadium alive. That's what they came here to see, an early strike. Pathan is a man who's done it with an outstanding delivery.
Outstanding is the right word. The ideal delivery to the right-hander. Angled away, swinging in, got him to drive against the swing. Good amount of movement and right on target. What a start for Irfan Pathan and India. Just what they required. South Africa 6 for 1. Andrew Hall gone for 4.
Advancing. I'm not sure that's the way to go. He's obviously in great form at the moment, Smith. He's worried about this little head-to-head between him and Pathan. A couple of glares from Pathan. I don't think he was very impressed.
Well, I did see Smith wink there. So at least he's nice and relaxed. Pathan is really charged up.
I think he was astounded, Pathan. There it is. And again.
Hasn't got all of that, but he'll get a couple. He might even get, well, he's got 4. Goodness me. That was high up on the bat, I would suggest, or low down, but the impression I got was fairly high up. As soon as it got onto the net wicket area, it ran away from Agaka.
Well, the impression I have now that this outfield is like grease lightning. He skids onto you, RP Singh, a little quicker than you expect. But he's a strong man, Graeme Smith.
That's 4. Bat or pad? We'll have to wait and see. Bat. Just helped it on its way, really.
He'll be disappointed because he's drifted onto the pads and fine leg is wide. So 4 runs for the taking is using the pace of the bowler.
It's in the air. Looks like Pathan's won it. Smith's hanging around just for a moment in case it was a bump ball, but it wasn't. And that's a big wicket for India. He's in fine form, the South African captain, as we saw only a couple of nights ago.
Well, have a look at the crowd. No contest anymore. He's walked too far across, playing early, and literally scooped it into the hands of Harbhajan Singh. He'll take that. Kisses the ball. It's a big wicket. The centurion of last game departs for 24. 36 for 2.
That's 4. In the air, but 4.
Just 3 men on the onside, and this was easy pickings for Jacques Kallis.
Nicely played by Prince. Backward a square, 4 runs.
His first boundary. Takes his time to settle in. Ashwell Prince. Once again, the left-right combination for South Africa. Very short indeed on a good batting pitch. Good batsmen have a lot of time to make the adjustment.
Slap that away, and 4 runs. That is a very good shot. Great power from Kallis.
Again, too short, too wide. Too much time to free his arms. And the ball rockets to the fence. This is a fast outfield. The practice pitch is just about 40 yards from the main square.
It's broken the shackles too, that shot from Kallis before that delivery. There'd only been 14 runs off the last 4.5 overs. A bit of a waltz around from Kallis, and he's got that away leg side. Gee, this outfield is very quick today. That is good ground covering too. Pathan, he must be okay.
He certainly will be okay, and that's great commitment. Had to cover quite a bit of ground to his left. Great shot from Jacques Kallis. For a few moments he thought he certainly had a boundary, but look at this. He can bat, he can bowl, and this is magnificent to watch. He enjoyed it. Pathan.
Tucked around fine, and 4. That has now developed into a very good over for South Africa. A frustrating one for Ogaga, who hasn't got it right at all today in the 3 overs he's bowled. He's gone for 25. There's 10 off that over, 15 gone now, 65 for 2.
So the pressure building. That's up in the air, simple catch. Well, Arun Lal, something had to give. It's happened.
Well, you could really sense that something had to give, but not the right kind of happening for South Africa. They just what they didn't want. Ashwal Prince took his time to get settled and then just played a tame shot. Soft dismissal. Harbhajan has his man. The Indians are caught the hook. 77 for 3. Prince gone for 9.
Once again, Yuvraj Singh. Now, this is not his natural side. He's a left-hander. Have a look at that. You can see the frustration just beginning to show now. The field is up. The Indians really throwing the bait at Boucher and Kallis, saying the field is up, go down the ground.
Oh, didn't quite carry. So nearly carried to Yuvraj Singh, who's fielded quite brilliantly there.
Just marginally short, trying to create the width. Jacques Kallis, just short of Yuvraj Singh, very difficult to dive in front.
Momentarily. 96 balls now since the last boundary. It's turned and stopped just a little bit. It's a big appeal. That's a better appeal, but still no change from umpire Harper.
Very tight indeed. Thought about it for a long and hard time. Took his time. Oh, Mark Boucher, lucky to survive.
Kallis goes to 50. His 56th one-day international and his 8th against India.
Well, it's been hard work on this pitch. The ball was not coming onto the bat. The spinners bowling extremely well. Just 3 boundaries and a strike rate of 52.6. For Jacques Kallis, the important thing for him is to carry on.
India-South Africa cricket, sponsored by MoneyGram International Money Transfer.
It's no fun when you can't sleep. You just can't switch off. And it feels like you're the only one. But you don't have to put up with it. Nitol can help you drift off into a natural sleep. So you wake up refreshed in the morning. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
मैडम सिर्फ वीटी सुप्रीम बासमती ही क्यों?
आपकी बेटी है?
जी हाँ।
क्या आप उसकी शादी किसी सेकंड क्लास लड़के से करेंगे?
सवाल ही नहीं उठता।
क्यों? आपकी बेटी है इसलिए पति भी फर्स्ट क्लास।
लेकिन
भाई साहब, मेरा भी परिवार है, इसलिए सिर्फ फर्स्ट क्लास।
पेश है वीटी सुप्रीम बासमती, ऐसी महक और स्वाद कि आपका सारा परिवार कहे फर्स्ट क्लास। खाओ तो फर्स्ट क्लास खाओ।
Now with the 20 kg pack of VT Supreme Basmati rice, get a 25-litre storage drum free.
In rural Russia, some people still believe you can cure the symptoms of a cold by jumping into an icy pool. Well, we don't. Because when you've got a headache, blocked nose, sore throat and chesty cough, only we can give your cold the Beechams all in one. Until there's a cure, there's Beechams.
आखिर क्या मिलता है £9.90 में? अब सिर्फ £9.90 में लाइए आपके अपनों के चेहरे पर मुस्कान, क्योंकि अब सिर्फ £9.90 में आप अपने घर पैसे भेज सकते हैं। वेस्टर्न यूनियन मनी ट्रांसफर।
मैं अंगद के साथ परफॉर्म नहीं करूंगी क्योंकि मैं शादीशुदा हूँ।
तुमको मेरे साथ परफॉर्म करना पड़ेगा। इट्स अ चैलेंज। कभी दर्द, कभी नफरत, तो कभी मोहब्बत।
कैसा ये प्यार है, सिर्फ सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन एशिया पर।
Sponsored by Pride. There's nothing better.
India-South Africa cricket, sponsored by MoneyGram International Money Transfer.
That's a good shot. That's four. That's four. At last.
Bit of a relief for the South Africans. With two men in the deep there, there's a deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket. But he split the field to perfection.
Now, South Africa have opted for the old-fashioned style of one-day cricket today. It's been cat and mouse for the last 60 minutes. There are not too many boundaries and just nurdling it around to a certain extent. Boucher's hit it in the air, but it is going to be okay. I think he's decided that he's going to try and take him on a bit here. They've got wickets in hand of the death. They have got some game breakers to come, but Boucher is key, Ravi.
The key, and I just think he's waited 5 overs too long because he has the shots in his armoury.
Full toss. Harbhajan Singh is scooting around and does brilliantly. That's safe too. That might have been the momentum they were looking for, South Africa.
Now, this is where India has been different in the last couple of months. The standard of fielding has shown a huge improvement. Now, that's the effort required. What it does is it puts more pressure on the South African batting side. That would have been a certain boundary. Now, in the mind of the batsman, he knows that he needs to get a boundary quickly. What it also does is it lifts the spirits of the fielding side. It keeps everyone on their toes. It's hot, it's humid. And we saw some fluids going out for Jacques Kallis at the end of the last over. South Africa will be hoping that he doesn't tire here and throw his hand in.
Yes, they would have talked about the fact they need to get at least a boundary off every over from now on. So what a difference that fielding might have made in this over now from Harbhajan. It just builds a bit more pressure for the South Africans. And I don't think Sehwag could be providing the same sort of flight that he did that last ball. A little bit of sharp turn. They scamper through for one. Down the track. Goodness me! What an outstanding catch that is from Harbhajan Singh. Magnificent fielding here on the over, saved the boundary, and now he's dealt it up with a blinder.
Pudgy is all over the shop here at the Wankhede Stadium. He's fielded magnificently. Cut a certain boundary earlier in the over, and have a look at this. It's not easy when it comes out of the crowd, diving forward, taking the ball inches from the ground. And Pudgy goes for a spin. 158 for 4. Boucher gone for 35.
3 runs off this over only, and still just 1 ball remaining. He's tried this time. He's gone straight back over the bowler's head, and he's got himself a boundary. Good way to finish the over. That'll be the start for Justin Kemp. 7 from the over, 175 for 4. Cries of catch it, and a wicket. Justin Kemp, a danger man, has gone. Greg Chappell, maybe a little bit of a sigh of relief. He knows that his spinners have done an outstanding job today. Harbhajan Singh straight back into the attack, and he snares one.
First Boucher, now Kemp. 2 wickets in quick succession. Just what the crowd wanted. And really very difficult now for South Africa to get on with it. Kemp, a big hitter. Out to a soft dismissal. Just looking to paddle it round the corner. Top edge. What a day he's having, Harbhajan Singh. Wickets, catches. South Africa, 178 for 5.
That's nicely played. That's cleverly played. And will probably get to the boundary. Oh! There was a moment when it wasn't going to. And then there was a moment when it was. Little Sachin Tendulkar there. Got the dive in a fraction early, I think.
Well, that's very cleverly done by Pollock. Certainly not easy there. But the slide never happened for him. He just got stuck.
Pollock down the wicket, over the top, into the stand, way into the stand.
On the rafters. That's more like it. That's what they should be doing. Very handsomely done. Attacked it perfectly.
That's a beautiful stroke. Fairly sped away.
Beautiful shot. He made his own space there, Cullis. Also got the length, got the full toss. He knew exactly where he was going to hit it. Stayed outside that leg stump and crashed it past extra cover for 4. Wonderful hit there by Cullis.
Down 2, long on and out. So Pathan kept his head, kept it full, and that's a good catch. That went very, very flat. And Cullis goes, finally.
He held the innings together, no doubt, but somewhere one felt that he sort of didn't quite time the spurt that was required, and eventually holding out to Mohammad Kaif at long on. So Cullis departs for 91. Wicket to the Indians. South Africa 209 for 6.
Hit that for 4. He's very precise about that, Pollock. He now knows where Karthik's going to bowl it. And he got himself into a good position just to bunt that through mid-wicket.
He's played an important innings. These are very important runs. Graham Pollock has come and scored 26 of 16. 1 delivery to go.
It's out into the deep. There's a man making his way around, but he isn't going to get there. It's 4 more. Graham would be very proud. So a good innings from Shaun Pollock. 11 off the last over. It gives South Africa 221. There's the final shot of the innings. I thought it had gone to the sweeper for a moment, but he found the gap yet again.
Wonderful innings. Rahul Dravid would be satisfied with the day's proceedings. 221 they would have taken at the start of the game. And they should feel pretty pleased with 221. They have a fight on their hands, mind you. They've got a lot of work to do. 221 is on the board. They've got to chase it. But the Indians have had a pretty decent day. Up front, Smith, the danger man, they got him early. He was off to a start, 24 of 29. But Pathan did the damage up front, getting 2 wickets. That really set them back. Cullis and Prince got stuck a bit. Cullis played an important innings, held the innings together, but he somehow missed his time when he needed to really speed it up. 91 of 146, 9 to Prince, 35 then to Boucher. But the innings that probably has made a difference in this batting card, I felt in the end, Pollock coming down with 30 of 17. That got them to 221.
That's the question that will be asked. If Pollock can come in and get 30 from 17, why weren't more scored earlier in the innings? Pathan rather brilliant, 8 overs, 3 for 20, quite outstanding. Bowled at the front, knocked over 2, and at the back and got colours out. Harbhajan Singh equally good, 10 overs, 2 for 32. And then Sehwag and Yuvraj Singh bowled 9 between them, went for 47, which they would accept. Certainly the captain would. Agarkar didn't get it right today, unfortunately. He took just a little bit of stick from Smith up front. But generally speaking, a really tidy bowling performance by India, and especially their spinners.
Guess who's coming out first? Sachin Tendulkar is home ground, and Gambhir, the two men that are opening the batting for India.
You can see everyone back in their seats. They don't want to miss a ball. You mentioned this is his home ground, Tendulkar. Big evening for him this. He's not been amongst the runs in the last few games. This is a pressure match. Gautam Gambhir will open the batting with him, used as the super sub instead of Murali Kartik. It could be Murali Kartik or RP Singh, one of the two. We've just been told it's RP Singh.
Outstanding numbers from Sachin Tendulkar. It is crunch time in Mumbai. South Africa looking to win this game to become the first South African side to win a one-day series in India. Of course, India looking to level the series. Average a shade under 30, strike rate also healthy. Here we go, first ball from Pollock. And it's there and thereabouts, as you'd expect.
Yes, he's the danger man as far as India concerned. Rocked the top order in Kolkata. Now all eyes on Tendulkar. And Tini back in the South African side. Missed the game in Kolkata.
He's off. He is certainly due, Sachin Tendulkar. Hasn't got going in this series at all. I think South Africa might have bought that return so far with Sachin. Rav, what do you think?
Yes, they'll settle for those scores, but remember, this is the big one. This is his home ground.
3 slips and a gully for Mackay and Tini. In the air, Justin Kemper saying, I'll take it. And he does take it. Mackay and Tini is back in the side. He's well again. And he's got South Africa a wicket very, very early in proceedings.
Well, you can see the aggression from South Africa out there. They're all charged up. Plenty of chat. And this one on to Gambhir a little too quickly, not quite the right length. It wasn't short enough. Kemp makes no mistake. And India rattled early. The super sub being used today, Gautam Gambhir. He departs 1 for 1.
It's deafening in Mumbai. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Six for 1. Tini third man. Andre Nella fine leg. What an outstanding shot. There was some considerable swing from that delivery from Shaun Pollock, and it was thrashed to the boundary.
Well, stand up tall and deliver. Have a look at this. You can't say there's too much wrong with that delivery. Hardly any movement of the feet, but great hand-eye coordination. The bat comes down straight. He generates tremendous bat speed, this man.
And again. Goodness me.
Now this is an even better shot. Not too much dissimilar to the last delivery, but look how he waits on it. The weight this time is on the back foot. And just opens the face of the blade and crashes it through the offside.
Oh, it's down. Almost took it. It was a leading edge. Back a little bit slower, I think, than what Shaun Pollock anticipated. Got the fingers underneath it. And in the end, it hit the pitch. What an over that was for action. 8 from it and a drop catch. 26 for 1. Here we go again. Put your seatbelt on. Pollock v Sehwag. Crunch! What a way to start the over.
Wow, there's no messing around here. Aggression met with aggression. No half measures whatsoever. Again, just stands up there. Got the opportunity to free his arms. It's amazing, every shot he plays on the offside, there is a lot of wrist work involved. He's a different sort of player, Sehwag.
Short, he's had a go, he's hit it miles. Goodness me. It's not that often you see Shaun Pollock try a bouncer. I think he'd run out of ideas to a certain extent. It was short and it disappeared over the rope for half a dozen.
Now, this is an amazing shot. It's like a first serve in tennis. It's not a horizontal bat shot. He smashed this. He's tossed the ball up in the air and bang, that's an ace. That has gone the distance. Deafening sound around this Wankhede Stadium.
Problem is, Ravi, that Shaun's got 4 serves to go in this over.
Now this is where a captain is made to think. Where do I set my field? I've got to have 2 men in catching positions. I can't let India get off to a flyer. It's important to take wickets,
Again, one bounce, screaming away for another boundary. This is sensational batting.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Now forget the boundary. This man's a butcher.
Big shout from Boutrovic. Oh, up goes the finger. I'm not convinced about that. I think that was going down leg side. South Africa will take it though. It is the end of something special from Virender Sehwag, and a disappointing end at that.
Well, you've got to look at the height as well. This is short. It's come back a long way. He's on his toes. And I think a little unfortunate there. That would have not only gone on top of the stumps, it would have missed leg stump as well. And that's a sad end to what looked like a very promising innings. He's gone for 27, 46 for 2.
Beautifully played. He plays this stroke as well as most, you know. If you just look at how well balanced he is and where his head is when he strikes the ball.
Margin for error, not too much. Wasn't a poor delivery, just a lot straighter. In very good position, head over the ball. Front foot not going too across, waited for the ball to come onto him. The timing was good.
there's trouble here, wrong end.
Would have been a comedy of errors. Thick inside edge. Peterson, the fielder. Rahul Dravid had no idea where the ball had gone. Sachin Tendulkar, just look at him. Kept going, and the throw was to the wrong end.
Four more for Dravid.
There have been 12 fours and 1 6 in this innings. Some coming of Sehwag, some of Tendulkar. But this one, probably the best. Technically correct and everything right about that shot.
What did that hit? I heard a noise.
So did I. Let's have a listen. Make up your minds.
Oh, I can't understand it.
Not an inch given by either side. Still plenty of cricket to be played. Lovely shot. He's played a couple in that fashion in this innings. And the balance, once again, worth watching. Taken! In the air, force ball after Drakes and Tendulkar dismissed. In fact, it was Ashwell Prince who's taken a magnificent catch there. That was slapped hard by Sachin Tendulkar, but this South African fielding is brilliant.
Unbelievable. This is right from the meat of the bat. Take a look at that. No reaction time, just a leap to the right, but they make it stick. This is a huge, huge blow for the Indians. Seth Tendulkar walks back. 83 for 3 now. Tendulkar out for 30.
He's got that away fine. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. No signal from the umpire, so boundary and Yuvraj on his way. How often we've seen straight after the drinks break a wicket falling. The reason why Yuvraj is there is because Tendulkar was dismissed in this fashion.
Short, couldn't quite keep it down, and that is an absolutely fabulous catch. And there's the bowler's reaction. Take a look at the reaction time. Just 0.68 of a second.
That was uppish, but in the gap. He likes it in that area, and he's a sweet timer of the ball, Yuvraj.
For a moment, his heart may have been in his mouth because he didn't quite control the bounce. There were 2 slips, very wide as well.
Down. Hit it straight back at him a million miles an hour and he couldn't grab it, but up.
This could prove very crucial indeed. Good trajectory, deceived in the air. You need to take these catches. It's a difficult one though. But as a bowler, you've got to expect the return catches.
Good shot. One bounce for. Beautifully played.
Well, he's taken up the challenge. And he also did the right thing by going over mid-wicket. He's not a big turner of the ball, so there is no great risk. He tried to hit it on the leg side. Good use of the feet. Just the bottom hand coming into play at the last moment to get the elevation.
Oh, what a shot. He oozes class, this man, every time he plays shots like that. Makes it look easy.
How he stays on it. Look how he stays on it with his hands. Watch the hands, nice and high, bang, full face of the bat. Read the maker's name. Beautiful. Dravid opens his shoulders. He's decided he's not going to be bowled to with a mid-on up and a mid-off up. He's going to go over the top to put one of them back.
Yes, and a good time to put the pressure on the young bowler. First ball of the over. And he's chipped down nicely, picked his spot.
Dravid goes to 50, and a very, very valuable one it is too. The timing of it, in lots of ways, is perfect.
Well, come at the hour, come at the man. The captain rises to the occasion, as does the dressing room. This is a fine innings under pressure.
Yuvraj on 49. That would be his second 50 in this series. Got 53 in Kolkata. Got a brilliant 100 in Hyderabad. So he's really having a wonderful time in this series. These are very, very important runs, not only for the series, but for the career. And just as I say that, they've got the big one. They've got Yuvraj saying just what South Africa wanted, the edge, and taken quite easily by Boucher.
Well, he's a direct cricketer, Andre Nel. There might be a few smiles and a few stares, but he does the business. The line is right. Just fending for it a little bit, and a healthy neck through to Mark Boucher, who does the rest. And Nel starts his huge celebration and almost falls over. So Yuvraj Singh goes for a very well played 49. India now 162 for 4. Oh, goodness me. Boucher tried his best. Tipped it over the top of the bar, and 2 runs the result.
How right you are. This could have been taken quite easily by slip, and Boucher then wouldn't have had to make this kind of an attempt. That was rather acrobatic. Got his gloves there, but couldn't quite get the entire glove behind the ball.
I'm not sure that's even going to work in a schoolyard these days.
I think he's more to pump himself up for the occasion. Just keep himself focused, determined, and maybe will his way to a wicket.
Yeah, Dhoni really worried, didn't he? Looked absolutely terrified. Inside edge, and that's going to add to frustration. That's a bit of bad luck for Nel.
Say whatever, at least you can't fault him for trying. That was close.
Pulled away for 4. But it's got the pace for batsmen to be able to really play and get value for their shots.
It's got something in it for everybody, the bowlers and the batsmen. Far too short, enough time to Rahul Dravid to latch onto that. Important thing, wasn't into the shot in a hurry, made sure you got the placement right.
Smith got a hand to it, but it's raced away for 4. Another half chance.
Certain days when things go your way, it's going to go very much in your favor. He's in pain. Graham Smith made a great effort, was standing wide in the slips. Held the edge. Oh, just a fingertip. Might have cracked the middle finger or the ring finger in his left hand. The Indians wouldn't be too worried. They look at the 4 runs that Rahul Dravid got. A great delivery again from Antony.
the neck, did hear that one, and off he goes. Down he goes, but I think it might all be just a little bit too late.
Again, a good delivery. In the zone where most batsmen would be tempted to playing it, and the length was good too. Had Dhoni in two minds, neither forward nor back foot, just feeling for it, no movement of the feet. Faint little tickle and straightforward catch to Mark Boucher. Dhoni's gone for 12, India 201 for 5. Must be quite pleased into the night. This crowd here.
That's it. India equalise. And an awful lot of people are very, very happy. They deserve to tonight. They kept South Africa at bay with their spinners. South Africa lost it in the middle order, really, between overs 16 and 44, 44, as we were mentioning just now. They lost momentum that they hadn't really gained, it has to be said, because India, in terms of Irfan Pathan, struck up front again and set South Africa back a little on their heels. But there was a time when I think everybody watching and every commentator felt that the accelerator had to be pushed in the middle overs. It wasn't, and they were restricted to 221. And India came out blazing. The captain would like to thank the whole of Mumbai for their support. And I would like the whole of Mumbai, who are standing up in front of me, to sit down so I can see what's going on out in the field. But however, I've got a monitor, and I'm looking at, for me anyway, today's little hero. He took some stick in Calcutta, did Rahul Dravid, and he came back and he answered everybody in the best possible way. That's with a win and with his own bat. Shivi.
Well, I think they've done extremely well. Two very good sides in this competition. South Africa have played wonderfully well on this tour, Hyderabad, and then at Calcutta they outplayed India, and India coming back quite strongly under immense pressure to level the series after the match in Chennai was washed out. And I think the captain led from the front. 78 not out of 106 balls came at a very important time, but you'd have to say in the recent past it's been good contributions from all the bowlers and the batsmen. It's been overall team performance that stood up front.
2-2-4 for 5 then, so India win by 5 wickets to level the series up. Remember the game in Chennai, not a ball was bowled through the wet conditions there, so it turned into a 4-match series. South Africa went in front with 1 to play, and this is how India replied. Gambia out in Antini's first over without scoring, and Tendulkar, a little gem of an innings, 30 off 44 balls. Sehwag came out and blazed it to all parts, 27 from 20. And then Dravid the wall, when it just began to wobble a little bit, he stood rock solid until the end, whilst Yuvraj Singh played well for 49, and Dhoni didn't really find his feet, so it was up to KF to come and help his captain take his team home. But that's how this series has been. Sadly, it started off as a 5-match series. It was brought down to 4 by the rain, the match abandoned match there in Chennai, which was the 3rd game. South Africa won the first, India won the second. South Africa then went 1 up in Kolkata with a convincing win over the home team. And the home team's win over South Africa tonight was not quite as convincing, but it was pretty much right on the button. They got the early breakthroughs. They did what they had to do up front, and then their batsmen carried them through with a rock-solid innings from their captain, who, as you've just seen, was man of the match. So the series drawn 2-2. South Africa will be disappointed. They wanted to go home as the only South African team to have won a series in India. They haven't done that. They only managed to split it 2-2. But who knows? With that 1 match missing, I wonder what might have happened. I hope you've enjoyed this telecast from the 5 different cities, well 4 anyway, that we've been able to bring you from the whole production team here and all those behind the scenes that work so hard. It's a good night to you, and if you've enjoyed watching it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you, then you've had a fantastic time. Good night.
India-South Africa cricket, sponsored by MoneyGram International Money Transfer.